Welcome to an On the Porch tour with Heritage Chilliwack. We are here to take a look at the Gibbens House. Now this house used to be on Hope River Road. It was built in 1910 by Thomas Gibbens, and it is a beautiful Craftsman style home. The current owners, Derek and Lois, actually decided to move it from its old location over to Riverside Drive. They subdivided their lot and they are refurbishing the house. It is so beautiful. We're going to spend some time with them talking about the home and what they love about it, and of course a shout out to Nickel Brothers for sponsoring this video, and they were the ones who moved this magnificent home. So let's go talk to Derek and Lois. So this house was once located on Hope River Road. What made you decide to purchase it and relocate it to your property?
We didn't want to see this beautiful old home going to a landfill, because that's what it was slated to be. It was going to end up just being demolished for a townhouse development. So we decided we had this piece of property that we could put it on, and that's what we did.
So old houses often have stories to tell. Have you found anything interesting?
So I think as we've gone through this process, we've discovered beautiful wood and things that we've tried to use in new ways as we repurpose it if we didn't need it. But I think probably the most interesting things have been speaking with the people that have actually used this as a home, raising families. I was blessed enough to have a conversation during COVID with one of the original owners over the phone, and then we've had people stop that were visiting from out of town that actually have lived in the house, so we gave them a little tour and that.
What logistical factors did you have to take into consideration when moving the home?
Well, there was an addition on the house that was put on about 16 years ago. That wouldn't fit on this piece of property, so we had to separate that. It was left behind. It did end up going to a landfill. Then there was trimming of trees on roads, road closures, rolling road closure, getting it over the Menzies Bridge, under some power lines. Other than that, getting it up off the foundation, prepping this area for it. Those are about all the logistics, just pretty much standard.
I think there was a lot of partnerships too. It takes a lot of people to pick up a house and move it, and Nickel Brothers made it look so easy, but even actually a couple days before it almost canceled, and there was COVID in there and stuff too. But you know, working with utility companies and all those things are costs that come into it that you don't necessarily know up front, and there's lots of considerations, but it all came together
somehow. We're probably going to sell it. We've batted around every option of rentals, Airbnbs, living in it ourselves, renting the house behind us. We always seem to circle back around and end up saying that we're going to sell it. And
I think if we were a bit younger, we maybe would have kept it and used it as a business, maybe for an Airbnb, but it'll be nice to actually see it enjoyed as with a family again. Yeah. It sort of speaks to that.
How long did it take to actually move the house?
It depends on what you mean by move it. The actual move took about 5 hours, but prepping it took a couple of months or more. We started in it on about March and it moved in August. Like I say, it was only from the time they started moving it off the property, depositing here was 5 hours, but we were told it was only actually in motion for 18 minutes to move 1.6 kilometers.
There was a couple power lines or fiber lines down the road that kind of hung things up for a while that were tricky, but taking off the chimney, Derek saved every brick from the other end, took the chimney off, and we had a bricklayer come and put the chimney back on. So all these weird little things that have gone into restoring it back to its place, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you considered having your house designated with the city of Chilliwack?
Heritage designation?
Yes.
we don't really know what all the implications are of that. And I think because I feel like we're just sort of temporary keepers of the home, it really fit with our plan here. We didn't really want to change our neighborhood by just building a new house on our property. So we've kind of always looked at this as a temporary thing. I got to pick out a new color for it, but I think maybe whoever takes it over from here can make that decision.